Hey, and welcome to I Got Something to Say. Man, let me make sure I got this name right. We're gonna talk about Trayvon Martin, and I know it's been a week already. I've been following the Duran Ravi situation with Tyler Clemente, and I now had time to really hear what's been really going on with this young man. The situation that excuse me, the situation that brought this young man to the attention of the nation. It's been an ongoing situation. I don't know what can be said that hadn't already been said. For those of y'all that do not know what happened in the Trayvon Martin situation, this is a young man out of Florida. His mother lives in a gated community, so I'm taking that he did not live with his mother at the time. So he said because he said he was visiting his mother in the community, of course. But the thing about it is that he went to the store, and when he went to the store, he came back, had some Skittles and an Arizona green tea in his hand. The security now, and this is the part where I'm confused about. I'm not sure if the man is neighborhood watch or if he's a paid employee to be a security guard for the gated community. So I mean, he obviously lived there because a neighbor of George Zimmerman, that's the one who is the security guard or neighborhood watch or whatever. This white dude who says that that's George Zimmerman's neighbor, said that he's not a racist, and this could have all been avoided by a simple thing. But we'll get back to that in a few moments. So Trayvon is coming in back into the gated community, and George Zimmerman stopped him, asking him, "Well, what are you doing here? What's your business here?" You know. So this okay, and now we're going to get to it. The white dude who is taking up for George Zimmerman said all Trayvon had to say was, I'm here visiting my mother. I'm here visiting my mother." And then he would have had to get shot. Yes, the security guard shot and killed Trayvon. You can hear this young boy pleading for his life on the 911 on the not the 911 but on the audio recording that his girlfriend had, because his girlfriend was talking to him right before all this happened. Talked about how the man was basically following him around because he felt uncomfortable, and the girlfriend told Trayvon, "Well, go ahead and start running." And Trayvon told his girlfriend, "No, I ain't gonna run. I'm just gonna walk fast." So when the man came up and asked him, "What are you doing? And what are you doing here?" The white dude, this is the security guard's friend, said all he had to do was tell George Zimmerman, "I'm visiting my mother." Number one, if you're visiting your mother, you're not visiting, okay? That's your mama. Your mama lives there. Okay, that's the way I look at it. It's not a visit. Your mama lives in the gated community. Your mama, wherever your mama live at, you're not visiting. That's your house too. That's the way I look at it. So there shouldn't be no need for explanation. Visiting is what you do when you visit your friend, or if you're gonna visit your cousin, or if you're gonna visit whatever. No, when you go to see your mother or your father, you ain't visiting. That's your house too. You really need it. So someone really need to catch a break on that one. That was just in his skin. Number two, why was this man carrying a gun on the job? He was talking about he was licensed to have a concealed weapon. So what? You're either on the job or you have a security or you are a neighborhood watch, which in both cases you shouldn't be carrying a gun. Talking about the boy looks suspicious. Man, I am so tired of that excuse. It's not even funny. And yeah, I'm a little bit angry because you know why? Living in Atlanta, I'm gonna tell you, and this is real up 4 separate times where I was harassed, and in all these cases, it was by different folks. It was by different colors. It was by different colors. And you know, by the way, before I go into it, George Zimmerman, he I don't think he's white. I think he's Hispanic. But that don't really have anything to do with it. When you talk to see color as a profile or race as a profiling technique, Or meaning that if this black dude is in this well-established community, what is he doing walking here? Well, it never occurred to this boy. It never occurred to George Zimmerman that his mama may have stood there. He might got family there. Like, okay. I lived in the Darlington apartments, and me and my partner were having trouble. And I remember I was walking in a predominantly white neighborhood. I didn't realize it at the time because I'm not from Atlanta. And I was just walking and talking to myself, blowing off steam, trying to get off everything straight in my head. I didn't bother nobody. I didn't talk to nobody. And I realized that in walking in this neighborhood, there was this white chick that was kind of following me a little bit. I didn't really pay attention to it because we said our hey and goodbye, and we were polite, and I walked off. But then, come to find out, a little bit later, walking in this neighborhood, they called the police on me. Now, here I was, didn't talk to nobody. I just said hey in passing, waved my hand just like that. I'm talking to myself a little bit, just because I'm blowing off steam, I'm venting, and they called the police on me. And so then it was a black cop. She was nice, she was respectful, but the thing about it was that she said that the neighbors saw me walking, and then all of a sudden I was darting behind houses. Like if I see a car coming, then I'm darting behind a house, like I'm afraid, like I'm doing something wrong. And I told her, man, there's no need for me to do that. I'm not doing nothing wrong. There's no need for me to dart behind nowhere because I'm walking, minding my own business. So, and of course, they had me out there for about 45 minutes. And when I say they, it wasn't just her. Eventually, we had 5 police cars, 5, come up, trying to question me about, what am I doing there, ask me the same question over and over again, trying to match me up. I don't have my license with me because I was mad, so I went out walking without it because I was pissed, man. And I was trying to blow off steam, so I forgot about my ID. Excuse me. So because I didn't have my ID, I had to give my Social Security number and birthday. It didn't match up because at that time I still had my stuff in South Carolina, but they didn't believe me. So eventually I had to convince them that I was just walking. And it's just funny. And she did come out and say, well, you know what? You're in this neighborhood. It's a predominantly white. We can't have anybody dart. You can't be talking to yourself and walking. And I'm thinking to myself, it is not against the law to talk. I can talk to myself all day long. I can talk if I want to. I can do that. I'm not talking to anybody else. I'm not hurting anybody else. But they gave me a ride out of the neighborhood. They was gracious enough to do that. So there's one instance right there. Hell, I could tell you about another instance where I helped a friend, because I do computer work as well. I helped a friend, and I had no bus fare. I had no fare to take the train, and I had no fare to get a cab. But he gave me a desktop computer. So I took this desktop computer, and I had it on my shoulders. It was hot. I had my shirt off. It was a summer day, and I'm walking. It's mine. He gave it to me. Well, then here you are. You got people passing by. And I'm almost to my apartment complex. This is where I stayed in Briarcliff, the park at Briarcliff. And I was on Briarcliff. I had to walk all the way from La Vista down to the park at Briarcliff. And here I am about to take a right into my apartment complex. And then there was 3 or 4 police cars stopped me dead in my tracks, just like that. And then when they stopped me talking about that someone called and talking about I stole this computer, there's been break-ins into the neighborhood, and I'm thinking, where this computer, what? And I'm thinking to myself, where I got this computer at? I wasn't even in this neighborhood. I was coming from another neighborhood, coming back to my own neighborhood, and these white cops stopped me. I'm on foot with a computer in my hand. They're rolling up on me at 20 miles an hour and stopping right in front of me. Come on, man. So then I said, y'all gonna, and I was pissed too. And I said, you know what? Y'all gonna look real dumb when I call up my friend, and he'll explain to you why I have this computer. And I called up my friend, and he explained that I went ahead and I got this computer, and that was given to me. And they had to give me an apology. And I said, y'all keep your apology, man. I'm not trying to even hear you. It's really dumb that you did that. I can tell you by the time I stayed over there at the Intel Suites right there on Piedmont Circle, and I was chilling with my friend, and we were in the car together. Here it is that he sees the police to the left. I don't know what's going on, but he freezes up. He rolled the window, talking about he gonna drive on. He got real scared and damn near kidnapped me. So then we got off from Piedmont Circle, went on to the highway. You know, just right around the corner the highway is. We went down to 85 over to the North Druid Hills exit. We get stopped. He talking about, well, I got to jump out and run. Okay, we jump out and run. I don't know why, because I'm thinking to myself, why do we got to run? I ain't did nothing wrong. we take a right, and right at where the SunTrust is on Executive Parkway, right there off of North Druid Hills. We took a right there, and then he decided to go towards the shopping center, and I started to walk towards the Marriott. So you know, them fools threw me down on the ground. And then asking me about my friend and everything, and I said, look, I don't know that fool for a few days. So then when I described him a little bit, the white cop goes, oh, I seen him. He had his shirt all on jogging. I thought he just lived in the neighborhood. I thought he just jogging. So I looked at them and I said, so let me get this straight. Y'all two, Barnaby Jones and Columbo, that's exactly what I said. These two detectives went ahead and let the white man go because he looked like he fitted to the scenery, but you threw the nigger on the ground. So then the fourth thing is that I get off the bus. I remember this is when I first came into Atlanta, get off the bus, and then this guy, he was European. You could tell he wasn't from Atlanta or even from the country. He needed help getting to Sandy Springs. He wanted to take the train. And I told him, well, I don't really take the train. This is kind of like my first time too, but hey, I can read a map and I'll help you the best way I know how. So then all of a sudden, I'm just trying to help him out and I'm trying to describe the whole route. And then he says, well, hey, I'll pay for your fare if you go along with me and help me out. And I said, well, sure, that's not a problem. I can do that. Then this black martyr cop comes up and says, hey, white dude, you can go this way. He told the white dude, yeah, you can go on. He told me to stay behind and want to have a conversation about not scamming people out of their money. And I said, no, I was helping him, and I never asked him for a dime. He offered to pay for my ride. I did not ask him one bit. And he says, oh, come on, I've been doing this for about close to 9 years now, and you're telling me that in 9 years I've never seen anybody ever offer to pay for anybody's ride, and you told me he did that? And I said, yes. But the reason that you can't ask him because you told the white dude to go. You knew that he would validate my story if he stayed. That's why you asked him to go. And then I had to have a talk to him, and he told me that, you know, I can have you banned from here. You know, so here's my thing about it. I understand, I told you those 4 stories because I understand where Trayvon, make sure I get this right, Trayvon Martin, I understand where he's coming from. God, and may he rest in peace now. But I understand what that's like to be profiled and to be singled out. The only thing that's different between me and Trayvon Martin or the rest of anybody who's been profiled, sorely just because you was in the wrong place, but the right time has to be now because you can't change being black, you can't change being white, you can't change being who you are, whatever that is, you can't change that. So the right time, any time has to be the right time. But the wrong time, wrong place is just because you was in a white neighborhood, or you just in a gated community, or you were just in a wherever neighborhood, and they stop you. I understand what that's like. The only difference is between I'm alive in 34 and he's dead in 17. Oh yeah, and by the way, we're wearing the hoodies because what is suspicious? Is this suspicious enough? And I'm a little angry about it because it brings flashbacks to me. Is this suspicious enough for Fulton County to DeKalb County too? I'm just saying. I'm not gonna go there. But I think I just said everything I had to say, and let's all pray for Trayvon's family and hope that they get everything. I hope they get everything that is due to them for this tragedy. Money will not bring Trayvon back, but I hope they give it a damn good shot. I said what I had to say.